Hi everyone, and welcome to my Q and A sessions. So let's begin. So I would have to say that although I did like the drums, it wasn't really my favorite. I think my favorite at the time would have to be bass guitar, because bass guitar is one of those instruments that people never really think about, but it keeps the groove and the setting for drums and everything else in between. So I would have to say bass guitar. How did I get into it? My brother played, my dad played the instrument, my mom sung a little bit, played a little bit of piano, my sister sung, and I just met a whole lot of different musicians when I got into high school. So it was something that I just wanted to get into, and that's just how that happened today. So growing up, I always liked the Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk series. I thought the character was a great character. So as I got older, I thought about ways to recreate it. And then it was funny because one of my soldiers in the military, as I walked past one day at lunch, she was drawing all these illustrations. So I said, if I can piece or put a character together, can you help me create something different? So a couple days later, she came back with the character, and then I just took that from there and started writing and writing and writing. I didn't know I would actually complete the book, but through different scenarios and then going back to the original plots of the Incredible Hulk, I was able to complete it. So book one was finished, and now I've moved on to book two, which I hope to have done by December of 2024, if not sooner than that. Different plot, same series, just like, again, the original Incredible Hulk. Favorite band? I would have to say my favorite band that I've played in was Molly X, which was Ken Collins on bass, George Molyneux on drums, Melanie Lynch and myself sharing vocals. It allowed me to do more electric guitar work thanks to Ken Collins on the bass. And it allowed people to see more of our versatility, how versatile we were. And we tried to do a lot of different things that a lot of different bands are playing. So although I had a lot of fun playing in a lot of different bands, I'd have to say Molly X was probably my favorite. So when I first started playing out at the time, nobody really knew me. So I was playing shows from Thursday and Friday afternoon from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., making about $10 a show. That lasted for a while until people started coming out. And then, of course, there's an increase. The more followers you get, of course, the more money you make. But in the beginning, $10 a show. I think you have to start somewhere. So even though I was hoping to get a little more money, it's based on experience, your followers, and how well you present yourself to the crowd. So I was fortunate enough to be able to use Sheffield recording studios to do a lot of my tracks. I was able to do it for free because some of the students, that's how they get their grade on how well they work with solo acts and different other musicians. Once I finished that final and it was mixed down, then I would just take the tracks and mix it in, and I would sing the final parts. The biggest part is finding a way to distribute your stuff. So I use CD Baby to distribute the CDs. and then you just have to find a resource to help you market it for Amazon, Spotify, and different places like that. SoundCloud is also a good tool, but I do recommend CD Baby because they have different things you can use and different resources.